Welcome back everyone, Mariah here. Today's video, we're going over the price of Bitcoin. I'm going to be telling you which coins I've bought recently, which coins I'm planning on selling soon, and my strategy moving forward with the new Blockfi interest rate. So it is currently 3:34 p.m. It's April 28th and it is Eastern time. So like I've been telling you guys, I eventually want to start streaming a video like this so that you get it in real-time action. Another problem is that it takes YouTube kind of a long time to approve my videos. So we can see here in the last hour, Bitcoin is looking really, really nice. It has seen a high in the last hour of 54,788. And it is headed to the $55,000 range. It's gonna look really nice on the 1 hour chart. If we see this green 2 going above the green 1, and the high of this green 1 is 55,127. So let's see that happen. When it comes to Ethereum made a new all-time high actually this hour at 2745. Congratulations to all of the Ethereum holders. Okay, so next on my list, I'm gonna be moving Ethereum off of Blockfi to sell. And honestly, I'm gonna do that right here just to show you guys proof that I'm actually doing it. Oh, it looks like Coinbase Pro changed their logo. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so what I'm gonna be doing here on Coinbase Pro is I'm going to deposit some Ethereum. Crypto address, let's see that address. So if you guys didn't catch my video yesterday, then you would have missed the information, or if you didn't see the email from Blockfi, that they are changing rates. So upcoming rate changes, you could see here that when it comes to Ethereum, the sweet spot is owning between, or having in your account between 0 and 15 Ethereum, and you'll be earning 4.5%. If you have more than a balance of 15 of Ethereum in your Blockfi account, your rate goes down to 2%. So what am I doing? I'm going to be removing some of my funds from Blockfi, and I'm actually putting it on Coinbase Pro because my plan here is to sell off some Ethereum as it's making new all-time highs. So I'm going to go ahead and withdraw here. I'm going to withdraw some Ethereum. My available balance is 23. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep like approximately in the 14 range on here. So, you know what, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna send over 10. That'll keep 13.45 on here. I'm gonna send over 10. And you can see here the fee is 0.02. Ooh, that's a little bit steep. What does that calculate to? What's 2% of, let's just say, $27.50, $55 to send my Ethereum off of Blockfi. You know, that's a little bit on the steep side. I don't know if I like that, but you know what? I'm just gonna do it. So I talked about this in my previous videos. Sometimes withdrawals off of Blockfi take a bit more time. So your withdrawal will not be deducted from your balance until it has been fully processed. Please expect your funds on April 29th by 8 p.m. So tomorrow, 8 p.m. So it's gonna take about a day and 5 hours. Okay, gonna go ahead and click finish there. That's kind of frustrating, kind of annoying, but at the same time, I could also sell within Blockfi, right? So I showed you guys this before, but like, let's say that I wanted to sell some Ethereum, and I wanted to get it in USDC. Let's say that I wanted to sell Ethereum. Let's say I just wanted to sell one. Okay, 27.10 is the current rate here versus, you know, I should have checked this before I sent things over, but let's go ahead and check the rate here on Coinbase Pro. 27.38, you know, so only a $28 difference on the trade, which isn't bad because if I'm going to be selling here market one Ethereum, then I am paying about $10 in fees. And so the difference isn't all that dramatic, especially with the fee to get Ethereum off of Blockfi. So, you know, last time I checked, there was a much larger discrepancy in the price. So that's something to take into consideration. The prices fluctuate differently, and at the time that you might want to sell off some Ethereum, instead of taking it off of the Blockfi account, your Blockfi account, you might just want to sell it within the account. I did that because my fees on Ethereum are pretty low, and that's why I decided to do that. So in combination with with Blockfi changing the Ethereum rates, and I just feel comfortable taking some profits off the table. I would prefer to sell Ethereum because it's at all-time highs versus selling Bitcoin where it's at now, because obviously Bitcoin is about $10,000 away from all-time highs, where now Ethereum is making new all-time highs. At the same time though, Ethereum looks extremely bullish, like it has a lot more room for upside. It looks like it has another week even of upside. So that's something to take into consideration. Of course, I might be selling Ethereum too soon, but for me, I started buying Ethereum at $7, okay? So I feel comfortable taking a little bit off the table, and worst case scenario, I sell a little bit of it, I put it into USDC, I can put it on my Nexo and earn 12% in Nexo tokens, or I can put it back on Blockfi and earn 10% back on USDC. So those are the options that I have once I make the final decision to sell Ethereum. So the money just won't be sitting there, it's going to be at work. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if you've watched my other videos, I've taken out a pretty hefty amount of Nexo loans. I think I'm up to $325,000 in Nexo loans. So that is something that I need to keep in mind, that I'm eventually going to want to start paying down those loans. And so that's one thing that I have in the back of my head as well. So here's a quick little in-between story for you guys. I recently told you that I bought a Jeep Wrangler and I was going to make a video of how it's going to pay for itself. I really do hope to make that video in the near future. It's going to take a little bit longer than these videos, and I feel like these videos are really relevant, and this is what's going to help you the most this moment. So I want to be giving you a video like this. But yeah, so this morning basically last night I posted on basically a Puerto Rico, people traveling to Puerto Rico Facebook group that has 10,000 people, that I have my Fiat 500 for sale and I have a Jeep Wrangler for sale. So I'm averaging 150 to 200 a day on the Jeep Wrangler, and I'm averaging $50 a day on my Fiat 500. And so I wasn't really planning on renting out my Fiat 500, but there's also a huge demand for that as well. I'm able to get about $600 every 2 weeks. So if I have it rented out for the full month, that's $1,200 on a free car, $1,200 a month on a free car. So I've just been kind of busy with that, organizing everything. When you first kind of start a sort of a side hustle, it takes some time to get things moving. So just super busy with that and trying to get all these people organized on their dates and everything. But there's a massive shortage, I feel like, not just in Puerto Rico, but other parts of the country where car rentals are insanely expensive. And I feel like there's also a shortage of vehicles. I know there's a huge shortage of vehicles on this island. When I was out and about looking to buy a Jeep Wrangler, it was really, really challenging. And I'm pretty sure I got ripped off. I got a 2020 Jeep Wrangler with 18,000 miles for $38,500. I think brand new, they're 44. I'm not 100% sure. Also, there's this component too when it comes to vehicles in Puerto Rico, is that there's an export tax to import vehicles, whether you buy it at the dealership or whether you bring your own car yourself. And there's also the shipping component, so that increases the cost as well. So that's kind of just my side tangent on me. One other way I'm monetizing things is my cars. I'm basically renting out my vehicles, and I think I'm gonna have to either get more, or I might also try side-by-side UTVs, because those are street legal here, and it's like a specialty vehicle, and I think that could easily go for $400 a day, and that's a $25,000 to $32,000 vehicle. And then I also might be looking into scooters. I might need a scooter myself, since I'm renting out all my cars and I don't even have a vehicle to drive myself. So just a little idea, maybe you're in an area where there's a huge shortage of rental vehicles, and you jump on Turo. Turo's not available here. I'm really begging Turo to get to Puerto Rico, but use Turo and you can put your vehicle on there, especially if you have a specialty vehicle, convertible, or people love Fiats for some reason, so that's just a side hustle that you could, do to make some money on the side. The recent coin that I bought, I haven't really bought anything in a while, you guys, but let me show you exactly what I've recently bought. So if you know me, you know that I am a lazy investor, okay? I really don't spend much time doing due diligence because it's just not exciting to me. So instead what I do is I basically listen to people that I trust. So BTC Kyle on Twitter, you can check out his page. He basically tweeted something along the lines of, Manic's going to $1 before Dogecoin or something like that. And it was down at it was around the same price or a little bit higher as Dogecoin, okay, when he said that. It was like in the 30-cent range, and it is currently 85 cents, okay? And it has hit a high today of 88 cents, so it is on a run. I can't even remember exactly when I started buying it, but let me go check it out. I bought Polygon, which is Matic. Yeah, there's Mana and there's Matic, so sorry guys. So I currently have 5,000 of these. What I did was I bought at 51 cents, I sold at 55. I sold some at 55, I sold some at 58, bought back at 55, and 59, and now it's at 85. So, I mean, I didn't buy a ton, you know, I have 5,000, but I think I literally have not doubled my money, but I'm up like 40% on my investment, which I'm really happy with in like literally a couple of days. So man, Matic has just been out of control. I might be selling off some of this. I haven't decided yet. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and just take a look at the chart really quick. Okay, so this is the daily chart. Gosh, my first glance when I look at it is like, ooh, that looks like it has more room to go higher. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to set a stop order, a stop price at, let me go ahead and look back at the chart here. I'm gonna set a stop price. Let me take a closer look at the 1 hour. This is tough. You know what? I don't have any conviction in one way or the other. So I was gonna do a stop loss, but I'm not gonna do a stop loss anymore. What I'm actually gonna do is a sell limit order. I wanna sell 1,000 and I wanna sell it at 87 cents. That's just an $856 order. So went ahead and placed that. You guys, I'm really not good when it comes to profit taking. It's something that I need to get better at. And that's why I'm trying to practice it and implement it now, because I have just way too many times not taken enough profits off the table. I didn't do a good enough job in 2017 and 2018. And I just sat on my hands the entire bear market with like no cash on the sidelines to buy the dip. And so I do not want that to happen again. Another coin that I'm considering actually selling is some Ethereum Classic. So let me tell you why I'm interested in selling. I have a very small position. I want to say I have 119 Ethereum Classic. Yeah, 119. Okay, and they're valued at $34. I basically started buying down here at 14. Okay, so this was about a month ago. I bought at 14. Now it's at 34. It's up $20. 20 times 100, what is that? 2,000, right? Yeah, 2,000. So, not too bad there. But let me go ahead and just take a look at the Ethereum Classic chart to see if it would be a good idea to sell off a little bit. Like, I don't want to ever, I really try to avoid selling off my entire position, but if I could just take a little bit of like profit and then take a little bit of profit and then set some buy orders like really low and just be very patient and see if they fill, that might be the way to go. So here on the 1 hour chart, Ethereum Classic made a lower high, but it made a higher low here. And technically this 1 hour is actually looking bullish. So I'm gonna keep a really close eye. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. You know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm going to do a stop loss order at about 33.20. That's what I'm gonna do. And for only 20 coins. So let's see, stop price, 33.20. I'm gonna do 20 coins and then 33.18. Place sell order. This order may not fill immediately. When executed, are you sure you would like to continue? Place order. Okay, so I have a stop loss order set at 33.18 on Ethereum Classic. This doesn't happen very often, guys, but you know what? Like I said, I gotta get better at some profit taking. Okay, so let's really quickly get into how to sell Nexo tokens. Okay, so someone asked this in a previous video, and basically swap. What you could do is that you can basically swap Nexo for Bitcoin, but this is the thing. Let's say, for example, here that I want to sell 100 Nexo coins, or I take that back. what if I wanted to receive USD coin? Oh wait, can't do that. Oh, I could do Tether. Okay, so that would be an option. So basically you could see here that right now $3.63 is like the price of the swap that you would get on Nexo if you do the swap within the platform. And over here, Nexo is at $3.69, and that is HIT BTC. So US residents, I don't think that we can use HIT BTC. So another option would be to figure out if you want to sell basically your Nexo tokens off of the Nexo platform, then I would go to CoinMarketCap, and then once you click on Nexo, you can usually scroll to the bottom, and there's Uniswap, there's Binance DEX. I don't even know what Binance DEX is, but basically you could see here the different options. So you could go through here and see if any of these are supported for US residents. So that's typically a problem that we always run into. So basically, if you want to make that transaction within the price is basically the same. So 362 here, and then on, or 362 versus 369. When I looked earlier today, there was a bigger gap of the prices. So it really depends on timing is what I'm noticing, because same thing on Blockfi, the last time I tried to sell an Ethereum, I think the price difference was like nearly $100 between on Blockfi and on Coinbase Pro. I was getting $100 about less on Blockfi, and then when I looked today, it was a very close spread. And then now when it comes to this Nexo coin, it's also really close, the price on HIT BTC if I'm going to go sell on an exchange versus if I'm just going to swap right within Nexo itself. So if you want to dump some Nexo coins, that's one way to do it. I have, my value of Nexo coins at 115,000, which is awesome because I've already profited $35,000 from my purchase of Nexo coins. So it has been a really great purchase, and that was only about a month ago. So that is also one thing that's been a win for me lately. Another thing I just want to mention for you guys to keep in mind is that basically someone said that this wasn't happening for them, but it's clearly happening for me. Basically what happens is, I basically get charged interest, $54 a day from my Nexo loans, okay? So that is basically interest on like the $325,000-ish. So like 325,000 is like how much I have out in loans. So times that 0.059, and then I'm gonna divide this by 365 days. But the only difference is that my loan balance is higher because they just add my daily interest. So it might be like 5,000 or so higher. So yeah, you can see here that basically that is the interest that I'm getting charged daily, but it's a little bit more because I think there's like an extra $5,000 that I owe maybe in interest at this point. I have to go back and kind of take a closer look at that, but you can see here on the 25th, 54.36, and then 54.37, and then 54.38. So every day it goes up a penny, and that's because I'm basically getting charged interest on my interest. So it compounds on both sides. It compounds when they pay you and when you have to pay them. So something to keep in mind there. So yesterday, I couldn't fall asleep. It was like 2:30 a.m. The problem is that like if I don't eat enough, I can't sleep. I wasn't like hungry, but I knew I didn't eat that much. And so it was like I'm pretty sure it was like 2 something in the morning. Yeah, 2:20 a.m. And Elon Musk tweets the Doge Father SNL May 8th. And so I couldn't believe that when I saw this tweet, it said 1 minute ago. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So I ran over to the charts, and you better believe it, it was up like within like that same minute, people were buying it up. And then it's obviously just been up like pretty much all day. Let's take a closer look here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 30-minute chart. So it happened here, basically. So if you basically bought in right before that tweet and you sold right at the top, you gained 35%. 35%. Pretty nuts. So that's all I have for you today on this video. I'm really excited about Ethereum. I will let you guys know if I sell. I'm not going to place any orders yet, clearly, because I'm still waiting for Blockfi to send over my funds. I think if I take my Ethereum from Celsius, or I could also use my Ledger and send them over, I could obviously get them faster, but I think that Ethereum's going to continue to go up, and I don't need to be in a rush to sell, but I'm ready to sell when the time is right. So that's all I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.